Comedy about Glasgow. Glasgow's occupied my life for quite a while. I married the daughter of a woman born in Glasgow. I have the good fortune of playing for Shona Williams, who's a Glasgow-born singer of traditional song. And the last few years I met this guy Purdie, Eric Purdie, and I believe he's good. So enjoy yourself, sit back. I think that you're in for a bit of a ride. And Eric, if you want to wander down here, I'll go through your notes to make sure there's nothing particularly incorrect, inappropriate for the circumstances, or
just with a huge round of applause. You've got to do it all yourself. It's great, you're all here. It's always frightening. Sort of doing this on your own is not a lot of fun. It's only about 5 minutes in your boards. But as I said, we'll need shares. No, people won't come. Look at this. See a picture go down in Macalindon, like. So what I tell you, I'm from Glasgow. I grew up in East End of Glasgow. And my mother named me Eric. I've never felt like an Eric. There's no, people say Eric, I never turn around. Glasgow, they were all called Alec and Wally and Bear and Jimmy. Even the women were called Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy. But my mother named me Eric. Now I'm an older man, I can only imagine my mother was a bit of a social climber. And it started a trend in Glasgow. Glasgow people started calling their children after sort of film stars and rock stars. There was a whole spate of Elvis McDonalds. Tyrone McPhee. Engelbert Campbell. Engelbert, get your arse up here for your thing, mammy. Personal favourite, Genghis McCann. Genghis McCann. And we were all wee people. We never get fed. Like minced stew, turned up, and fried Mars bars. There's not a lot of growing in it. We were never tall enough to be in the police force. This is all true. So the people that made up the Strathclyde Constabulary were big Highland men from the north of Scotland. Big slow talking men like that. Because they're very tall and they speak very slowly because they're not in a hurry. I met them last night. I was MCing at the Parks Hall and I had Duncan Chisholm. It was brilliant, all these Highland guys. Hello, are you from Glasgow? Great to see you. Lovely. So, Glasgow, the Strathclyde Constabulary was made up of big Highland men. And it was always fraught with danger because they spoke very slowly. Glasgow people spoke like machine guns going. Because if they were talking, you weren't. And this is a wee story. There's a wee drunk Glasgow guy lying in the gutter. And the big Highland policeman finds him there. Behind him there's a jeweller's shop. The window's broken and the jewels are gone. The big Highland man said to him, "What's happened here at all?" So the standard answer in Glasgow, "Oh, I don't know." "Oh, you don't know?" He said, "If you don't tell me what happened," he said, "I'll run you in." The Glasgow guy said, "Look, it was like this. I was just sitting here, then I sees it. Just walking down the road like that, in a very casual manner. This big elephant. This big elephant just walked down the road, casual as you like. Just walked past me, put its arse against the window, broke it, and it put its trunk in like that, and just took the jewels. And off it went in a southerly direction, without a care, I felt, just like that. The policeman's thinking, oh, this is a big case, this. A jeweller's shop and an elephant. And he was thinking if he got this one right, it'd make amends for his last case. He found a body in Sauchiehall Street, and he dragged it round to Hope Street because he couldn't spell Sauchiehall. I won't be writing that. Now he said, I require a description. He said, now what sort of an elephant was it? He said, would that be your African elephant, or was it your Indian elephant? The guy said, I don't know. He said it was wearing a balaclava. Big one of those huge tartan class Highland guys. So I see them here. Legs like tree trunks, big huge guy. Got the hair coming out of every orifice of the body out here. Big nasal hairs that go like that when they're talking. Eyebrows like shelves. You're tempted to go, ah, right, yeah. One of those huge guys found himself in London. He went to a brothel and he said to the man, I'm looking for a big ugly woman with hairy legs and a really angry disposition. She said, why? He said, I'm homesick. So, Glasgow people, this is the last time Glasgow people would tell stories about Highlanders would come down to Glasgow. They'd all come down. Usually 4 or 5, and one always had an accordion. So if they get fed up, he'd just get the accordion out. They'd put their swords down and have a wee dance. And then they would ask you questions like, excuse me, is that a skyscraper? Oh no, that's a mailbox. There's a skyscraper down the road. Oh aye, very good aye. And the thing was, Glasgow people thought they were fascinated with traffic lights, because there wasn't any traffic lights in the Highlands. As we see me, Glasgow guy, going to get his newspaper on a Sunday morning, there's a wee group of Highlanders around the traffic lights, with the old guy going, it'll change any minute, there she goes. And the Highland man says to the Glasgow fellow, he said, how do these work at all? Glasgow guy said, look, it's simple enough, he said. He said, when it's green, he said, the Catholics can go. And he said, when it's orange, he said, orange when the Protestants can go. And he said, when it's red, the communists can go. But what communists? Oh, that's simple enough, right in the back. Right. So we went, and when he came back, the boys were having a really good laugh. He said, what's up, lads? No, Highland man said. He said, here, he said, they don't give those Protestants much time. It's gone good so far, here we go. Snow, a wee snow story. It snows every year in Scotland, but for the Scottish authorities, it comes as a complete shock every year. No, just have a look out the window and see what that is. Oh, so here we go. Oh, it's snow right enough. Oh, maybe. We should have got the snow plough in the summer. Yes, but we never needed it yet, but you can't get one now. Every year we get snowed in. Snow is a pain in the arse. Whoever has designed Australia, how clever's that? They'll put the snow out there, they can drive their cars, they can play in the snow and they can drive back again. Oh yes. Snow is a right pain in the arse. So this is a wee story. Hamish trundles through the snow in the evening to his mate's house. He opened the door and said, Hamish, how are you? Hamish said, I'm not pleased at all. You're not pleased, he said. Come away in. He said, what seems to be the problem? He said, it's your son. He said, Jamie. Aye, Jamie. He says, he's been going out with my daughter. He said, there's no problem there. Going out with your daughter. He said, he's been over at my house drunk. He said, we've all been drunk, I'm sure we have. we've all been drunk. And he said, I have just left the house now, and there was his name written in the snow. Good hiccups. It's one of the few pleasures, ladies and gentlemen, of living in a cold country. If you come out the pub, find yourself alone with a bit of clear snow. Now, I need to be careful with this wee bit. You can get your wally out, and don't use that. You can get your wally out, and you can write your name in the snow. No with your wally, with your pee. I'm sure you can do the same thing in sand. But the thing is, with snow, it's very, very cold. And your pee's not. It cuts through it like a laser. And I may tell you that crossing the T's and dotting the I's, you've got a skill in that. You don't want to rush into that one. Let's stay the loops first. He said, I'd come out and his name written in the snow. And he said, well, what's the problem with that? He said, I'll tell you the problem. He said, his name was written in my daughter's handwriting. So there you are. Even if you don't have a wally, you can borrow one. My brother-in-law told me this story. He lived in East Kilbride, it's up in the hills outside Glasgow. And it's all that snow, it's another snow. It's about 8 years ago, like 2 years it hadn't snowed in. And he drinks in Torrance Arms, this pub. And not the friendliest of pubs, I must tell you. I was in there one night and an English guy came in and he said, excuse me, he said, can I have a lager and lime? And the barman said, we don't do cocktails. So, this wee guy, wee Wally, came to this wee town, Straven, which to them, it was the end, it's 9 miles away. But for people in East Kilbride, 9 miles is a really long way. If I was going to go to Straven, I wouldn't start from here. There was an Irish guy come in there one night, he said, excuse me, no. He said, how far is it from here to Straven? And the barman said, it's about 25 minutes as the crow flies. He said, how far would that be if the crow was driving a Volkswagen? I don't know why they tell you about crows. It doesn't make any sense to me. So what happened is, this wee Willie hasn't been seen. It's the worst snow they've had for 100 years. He's not been in the pub for about 3 nights. The boys are starting to panic. So the lads in the front bar tell the landlord, Wally's not there. He tells you, he phones up the police go on to Red Cross Rescue. He's at Red Cross Rescue. So they decide to go and find him. Everything's snowed in. He lived in a wee sort of, you know, a farm cottage, like a labourer's thing, just this wee bit. The smoke coming out the chimney, it's all snowed in. So the Red Cross, they put the ladders up, then they put a lot of catwalk and they go up to the chimney. They shout, is anybody there? And he said, aye. Aye, Scottish for yes. Aye. Are you all right? Aye. Then he had a question. He said, who is that? He said, it's the Red Cross. He said, fuck off, I gave last year. Are the best one. I should tell you this wee story. I stayed in, years ago, I lived in Coventry, in England. Car factories, they're what they... Remember the Furies? Do you remember that band, the Furies? Yes. I loved them. My liver just survived it, I'll tell you. But we were in this wee pub, it was called the Old Dyer's Arms in Spawn End. It made great crack, it was brilliant. And it had just a wee front bar, wee bit, then you went to the outside toilets. It had a little hall with a hatch, and then a little door. It just looked like a little cupboard door. But it was actually this big room you'd have a big session in. And a guy came looking for me one day, and he went to the hatch and he said to the wee Scottish landlord, he said, I'm looking for a small Scottish guy with black hair and a black beard. And he said, just open that door, son. He said, I've got a room full of them. The big set was brilliant. But anyway, they were all talking, this guy was coming. And I didn't like the sound of him right from the beginning. His name was Gib Todd, and he'd been in America, in Bermuda. We'd never been anywhere. And he was going, oh shit, I don't like the sound of this guy. And then he turned up, and all my worst fears were realised. He was tall, good looking, and he played the banjo. Traits that I've never admired in a man. And he came, hello, I'm Gib Todd, I'm man. And he'd done that stuff that we'd only seen in movies. Levi jacket, cowboy boots. And then he had one of those big, remember those big suede jackets with the frilly bits? Man, that was impressive, I'll tell you. So he came, with a right kid. And he was telling us how sophisticated he was. He said, in Bermuda, he said, we drank brandy. We'd never seen brandy. So a big brandy, we're in that wee back room, big brandy duly appeared. So Gibbs got a, as I said, a good looking, a big black beard, looking terrific. So I'll show you what we did with brandy in Bermuda. He put a light in. You couldn't, there was flame coming. Oh, that's just amazing that. We couldn't believe it. So he put the flame in. He went, all the very best, lads. Now, I think, thinking back, I think it was just him bringing it up in a brisk manner that it went alight again. And as he got it there, the whole big black beard went whoosh! A big red, white and blue flame it up. Man, that's funny. That's funny. We just started laughing. And then what happened, it didn't make it any better for him, because he was beating it out, all the crinkly bits kept falling on the floor. So we just kept laughing until we slid off the chair, lying on the floor, kicking our legs occasionally, lads, roaring laughing. And Gib, being a big voice of authority, went, oh, for God's sake, we're like 5-year-olds, behave yourself. We're all chasing on, sorry, Gib, sorry, we'll sit up. Anyway, all the very best, and he burnt his lips. There was no coming back from there. He just resumed that position. Oh, it's brilliant. I'll tell you that wee story, David, it's important. I've got a pal Wally hunting. Is he pissed off with this shite, Wally? Anyway, right there! I was with Mr. Hunt's back, and Gib Todd, the guy we're talking about, he's actually played here. Yes. And he got a gig, and it's quite a long time ago, supporting Steelite Span at the National Theatre. So we were there. Gib was a great support act, because he looked terrific, but he wasn't that good. He's not the guy you want to have before you go on. So he's up playing away. And we were waiting for him to wait, and I was with Willie, and there was these people, women there, a couple of guys. And I just told that story, just to pass my time. And they all laughed. And Willie said to the woman next to me, he said, why don't you get Eric for your festival? And then she said to me, I'm inviting you to put an application in for the festival. And the woman was Una McAlinden. And her festival was the National Celtic Festival. And that was 10 years ago, and this is my 10th gig here. 10 years in a row as a comedian. So how about a round of Still waiting on my check. I'll see you later.
It's all thanks to Keith.
So, Company Australia was fraught with danger. Is it something I said? Can we do coffee? You can tell when it's starting to go wrong for you. Maybe I like the look of it anyway. Funny smell. Come to Australia.